Hello. Today, I want to talk to you about confidence. And I want you to know that a lot of people say this is complicated, that you have to read a lot of books, and then you have to write a lot of lists, and then you have to get into the feeling. I think we can make this shorter. Why do I think that? Because I was one of those who were downloading and buying all the self image books. I was getting so much knowledge in, but not taking a lot of action. And then I got into the Neville world, which is amazing, where it's all about feeling and making the assumption that you already is that person. And that's great, but we need to take action and believe that it's going to happen. And even though we can be in the vibration of like, oh, this is not working out, that doesn't mean that it's not happening. So I want you to kind of delete a little bit all the information you heard if you're that person who's looking and looking. And I want you to think about this. You have one image on the outside and one on the inside. And what we're going to do is we're going to like put it together so they become one. The one on the inside, that's the one we're going to work on. And we're going to train it like a muscle. And confidence is doing things over and over again. Then you develop more confidence. It's not something certain people have. It's something everyone has. Great. We know that now. So I want you to look at people you admire in the world. Maybe write a list. For me, it was Bob Proctor, it was Oprah Winfrey, and a lot of other people. And I loved, for example, Oprah Winfrey, how she was communicating. I thought she had strong communication skills. And she was warm and she was a great listener. And when she was in a room, she owned that room. The same I saw with Bob Proctor. But he had one more thing also I liked, his voice. And when he stood on stage, people were spellbound. I wanted to develop that for my audience in my own way. I wanted to speak to the heart of people. I wanted to help people see how easy this was, how easy the shift was, but also that nothing was wrong with them. So the way I started doing things in 2020 was that I looked at many different coaches in my field, and I saw that a lot of them were going live. I was so afraid of going live. It was like I was over-analyzing it, and I was like, if I have this and that, then I can do it. So I was delaying it. And then one day, I decided to go live. And I used a long time. I was holding the live button on my phone. And then suddenly I just hit live. And I was live for a couple of seconds, but I did it. And then I did it over and over again. And then I felt I was mastering that. And I always feel like this is something I'm mastering and becoming better. So now if I go live or record a video, I don't have that voice saying, oh my God, Ingrid. I'm just like, I'm having fun and I'm speaking from my heart to your heart. That's how I trained that muscle. I also wanted to feel strong and confident in myself and knowing that I was okay no matter what. So I started saying those before I went live. So I just reminded myself of who I was. Anyhow, I also looked at different coaches in my industry at the same time, and they were dressing very corporate. I thought that was my style. So I started buying coats and like corporate clothes to wear. I didn't feel comfortable, but I had to try it to know that that wasn't me. Because sometimes I have messy hair. I like sweaters more than coats, but that doesn't mean that I can wear that once in a while. But I want you to try and wear different things and find out what is you. And of course, people are going to look, but that doesn't matter because they're not you. They don't know what you are creating, what you're building. They're just seeing you. And the way you know that you're self image and confidence has been installed is because people are going to notice and they're going to say it to you. But anyhow, you're not doing it for them, you're doing it for you. So I hope this helped. Have a beautiful day, and I see you soon.